Hola, good evening, and welcome to Portugal. We've arrived here in the southwest corner of Europe, in the Algarve region in the Faro district. We've arrived here in Portimao for the GP2 Portuguese Grand Prix, the first one since 2014 when raced at Estoril, and the first one here in Portimao. I'm your commentator Robert Ionescu today, and just like yesterday, I'm joined by a certain driver in this series and a good friend of mine and the master of fish, Rahul Patel. Hello, Rahul.
Yep, hello.
Rahul,
Yeah, I'm here.
you can,
Yeah,
yeah, you heard me the entire time. Yes, I
yes.
was hoping I didn't have an issue. All right. So then, we're here in Portugal and we're getting ready for the race. Last time out yesterday in qualifying, it was pretty entertaining with Dudu Kurbi taking his first GP2 pole position, which moved him up to second in the championship, just 4 points behind Max Killen. So, yeah. But without further ado, let's take a quick look at the grid then, shall we?
Yes.
Alrighty then. It may not be a Portuguese driver on pole, but it's a fellow Lusophone on pole position, and Lusophone means Portuguese-speaking person. That being Dudu Kurbi in the BWT then. The Brazilian is on pole, in front of Jimmy Griffiths, who had a pretty solid qualifying effort, and then Rahul Patel, yet again doing very well, qualifying the top three yet again. Tomasz Pascual is fourth at home.
In fifth, we have Aaron Curtis. In sixth, we have Max Gillen. Seventh, we have Henry Watso. Eighth, we have Jake Galloway.
Yep, indeed. Barcelona Ulcer Benz Wallinger is down in ninth place, and he's followed by the Trident of Dennis Graff. Then the other Trident just behind him of Thomas Bennett was joined by Lorenzo Tomaselli.
Yeah, we have Daniel Adventure in 13th, Ruslan Protyuk in 14th, Chuck McCarthy in 15th, Thomas Anderson in 16th.
Yep, Nicholas Zorbach, bad qualifying session for him. I'm afraid it's only P17 for the German. He'll be followed by the two Rapexes of Joe Warris and Marek Kukalovic, separated by only 2 1,000ths of a second, I believe, or 4 1,000ths of a second. And then Kyle Burns joins them on that row, joins Kalovic. And finally, on the back row of the grid.
Yep, those two drivers are Gabriel Quintino in 21st and Isaac Fasher in the Dams in 22nd.
Yep, that's about right. We got 37 laps that will be in front of the drivers. But what weather will they race in? It's time to find out. It looks like it'll be dry throughout the race. So the threat of rain is nada. I know I was speaking Spanish, but I don't know the word for it in Portuguese. But anyway, I hope you're ready, guys and girls. Grab your selfies from Bell Lamp Tower. And let's get ready to go racing here in Portugal.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Dudu Kurbi on pole. Can the fellow Lusophone make the victory happen in Portugal? Let's see, can the Brazilian do it? We got Kurbi in first, Griffiths in second. And we got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And now we have no lights because we are racing! It's a good start from Kurbi. I think Griffiths might have got a better launch. Yes! Look at Patel, he might be trying to get bumped with a bit towards Primera. Yeah, watch for Patel. He might have a shot at Griffith.
He's
Kurbi's big fast. Patel takes the lead.
He's throwing it back.
Kurbi took it back. Insane stuff there towards Primera. Burns at the back of the field, so the entire field is in an ardent sandwich. And let's see a replay of this. Patel. I think he had a very good initial getaway. But let's see again what happened.
Yep. He got the slip.
Got the line well, no wheel spin whatsoever.
Curtis was ahead because he used the slipstream and he dumped it down the inside. It was a brilliant move by Patel, but unfortunately he didn't get all 3 of them. He only got 2 of them, which were Curtis and Griffiths.
Yeah, the geometry of the corner doesn't really help you out so much. You can ask Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, who both in this year's race pulled off some good overtakes around the outside of turn. It just feels better because you don't scrub off so much speed, and that's helped Kurbi take the lead. Still, pretty impressive effort from Patel, even though he couldn't take the lead. He's up in second place, the Brit.
Yet there must be damage to some drivers.
Yeah, there is.
Thomas Anderson,
it's Anderson.
And Nicholas Orbag. Fasher as well.
And Kalovic and Fasher.
Yep. Let's see what happened there.
There's been some contact towards Lagos.
Yeah, he was hit.
Oh, Zorba got punted from behind.
Yeah, he got hit by Quintino.
What's this? Yeah, he just ran into the back of Zorbak so nonchalant. No, never mind. Kalovic punted him, did he? Or no, he hit him afterwards. No, he hit him.
No, just before. I think
this is Kalovic's fault. Oh, roughly at about the same time there.
Yeah.
That's loads of cars with damage here on lap 1 in towards Lagos. Yeah, I've got 3 pit calls. No, 4 pit calls.
Yeah, Fashari got hit by Burns.
Yeah, nothing he could do there. The American wasn't able to avoid him, and as a result, it's all gone down the drain for Fast Reyes. Look at this, we got a big battle here.
Yeah, between Valdinger and
Watson tried to defend on Valdinger, and he managed to keep him behind.
Yeah.
We got Trenton going wide there. It's Thomas Brennan, but he's gone past his teammate. Now look at this. Patel is pressuring Corby hard as they go into Craig Jones' corner. A very fast left-hander. You can't pass here. Just ask Carlos Sainz in the real-life 2020 race. But you have to still get your lines right and use all the grip you can. Patel's still dropping a little back here as Griffiths is being hounded down by Aaron Curtis.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they almost touched again there, but Corby manages to consolidate his lead just a little bit. How much longer will he be able to keep it? I'm not sure. Remember him, Portimao. Tire management is key. It's a very downforce-dependent circuit that puts a lot of stress on the tires. But that was the early fastest lap to put away from Corby. Now we got an overtake from Skillen onto Pascual, or an attempted overtake, I should say. But can a Portuguese man keep him behind?
Yeah.
You know, Bennett is up of play as his teammate defends from Tomaselli. Burns down in 18th, and yeah, got 4 cars diving into the pits.
Yeah. Now on board with Skillen.
Now let's see if Wassel can take advantage of this and maybe get past Skillen, or Skillen will attack Pascual into turn 5. He tried, but he couldn't get through. There's damage for Protiuk. No, it's a problem for Protiuk. He's pulling over to retire. And that's his race over. The first DNF of today is Ruslan Protiuk. And he will not be retaking the championship lead, that's for sure. Not today.
Yeah. What the problem was. Must be a loose wheel. We'll see. Oh, it was an electrical problem, actually.
No, it's an electrical. Usually these aren't thermal, but he was given the instruction to pull over immediately.
Yeah.
So he was just being judicious there, I guess. And yeah, Ruslan Protiuk's race comes to a premature end here in Portugal. I'm sure you don't have too many happy memories from this one, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Zorbak, the fast train, you know, I've had some pretty long pit stops there. And Corby has extended his lead to just over a second from Rahul Patel. The Brit is up on his personal best, of course, through Sector 2 because it's the second lap. But it appears Jamie Griffiths might be going just a little bit quicker than him.
Yeah, he does have lighter field than Patel just about. I can't really see it, but yeah.
But the difference is marginal. It'll be interesting to see how this race develops. The strategic battles should be quite entertaining. As will the battles on track. We got one now. Got an MP trying to pass Valdinger. Here comes Galloway. He's having the inside for the corner, but needs to get the overlap on him on the straight.
No, he just missed out.
No, he hasn't. Valdinger was able to salvage it on exit into Primera.
Adventure stop Tomaselli for third.
Let's see there. Good move from the pole. You got him nice and. Now Bennett will be trying to bounce on Galloway's failed overtake from earlier. What was turn 5 called again? Either way, he will try to overtake into there.
He's a Torrevit,
Tomaselli,
which is the hairpin, so yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, Torre Vip. Yes. Now then, let's look at Skillen. He's still pushing Tomasz Pascual. The Portuguese man doesn't seem to have the pace early on in this race, but that could change, of course. He's taking some very different lines than Max Skillen is, though. So this will be interesting. Let's see what the Scotsman plans to get past him. The man who he beat to the victory last time out in Barcelona, but that was a month ago. Let's see who will prevail this time around between these two guys.
I do believe Skinner has the lighter field out of the top 6, so yeah, he is pretty quick.
Yeah, he is. So 1 up lighter, but he needs to make sure that it doesn't compromise his strategy for later on in the race. We're expecting a 1-stop, of course, for everybody. Loads of people saying personal best lap, so I think the overcut could be stronger. As here comes Jake Galloway, yet again unable to pass Vallengard. It's lost him a lot of time into Primeira. Warson doesn't have that issue. Actually, he does, because Tomaselli took the position back. And now Warson will be falling into the clutches of teammate Kalevich. So they'll have to be careful and defend into Torre Vip, just like Tomasz Pascual has done for Max Skillen. Now Warson pressuring Tomaselli yet again. He can't do much.
Can't do much from there.
Stay put behind. Yeah. So both the composters have been doing quite a lot of defending early on in this race.
Get him.
Now then, look at this. Into Samsung. Pascual manages to keep Skillen behind. It's a boxing match between the two of them, and I think they're catching up to Aaron Kurtz a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. And I think Watson should be catching up to those two as well.
Yeah. Let's see. Does he have the pace to keep up with them? Meanwhile, Drew Kirby's increased his lead up to 1.7 seconds from Rahul Patel. So the Brit might be ruining that failed opportunity to pass him at the start of this race. I will see. Strategy could always change things, of course. Now then, as lap 5 has begun of this race, still ain't close enough just yet to try and move on Pascual. Maybe he'll try something towards Torre Vip.
Now Watson.
Someone not waiting at all is Joe Warson. Pouncing on the opportunity. Can he get past Lorenzo Tomaselli into Primeira? Let's see if the Kiwi can do it. He has the inside, and once again, having to stay put behind. This will harm him towards Lagos, and could give an opportunity to Kalevich. No, he opts not to go for it. Maybe some team orders at play, I'm not quite sure. Warson will have another go on the straight towards Torre Vip, past the Minecraft building, as I like to call it. He doesn't attack at all. Very interesting, I dare say so.
He wasn't really close enough to attack, so yeah, that could be the reason.
No. It's not just that you need a perfect line for turn 4. You also need your opponent to mess up. Let's say by having colder tires or something like that. Like Verstappen did get past Bottas. Now Warson running again into Samsung on the outside. That was not going to work. It's helping Kalevich get closer, but it's a little bit difficult to pass this part of the track. But feel free to try.
Yeah.
Now then, Kalevich very close to the back of his teammate Warson. Will the team allow those two to race? Because I think Kalevich might be saying he's faster than Joe. He could try to pass Tomaselli, but it appears Warson is taking that matter into his own hands.
He's fair.
Has he got him this time? Third time's the charm, perhaps? Yes! This time he's got him. And now Lorenzo Tomaselli has dropped down to 15th place. Can Kalevich bounce as well? Let's look at this. Skillen goes on the attack. Pascual holds him off into Torre Vip. Manages to keep him behind. Portuguese man stays 5th. And I'm pretty sure they're closer curves than they were before. Yeah, sorry, yeah, this is Samsung. Their corner near the end of the second sector was Portimao, not Samsung. Which now they're approaching Portimao. Then goes a little bit there. Clearly trying loads of lines to see how to get closer best to Tomasz Pascual, but he's losing momentum. Look at this, Henry Watzel and Ben Vallinger are joining this fight. This
is going to be an interesting fight now.
Yeah, indeed. Overtaking is possible, but you need to work for it here in Portimao. Your opponent isn't going to make it easy for you. What'd you say of that, Rahul?
Yeah, indeed. It's not easy for overtaking. We're going to have to fight for it. And also, yes, the overcut is going to be more superior.
Yeah. But the overtaking is very, very much possible. Let's see if Marco Kalovic can prove us right. He's going side by side with Lorenzo Tomaselli, but the Italian has a little bit of a leg up on him. Kalovic will have the inside. I don't think he'll make it. No.
He's behind.
And speaking of staying behind, Max Skillen, he's been doing quite a lot of staying behind Tomasz Pascu, and I think he's getting a little bit sick of it in that cockpit. What would you say to your teammate right about now? Because you know him pretty well, I assume, since you're teammates. Now, yeah, Kalovic, very close to back to Tomaselli, but can't get through. This will help Cal Burns get into the fight as well. As now look at this, into Craig Jones. Pascal defending for his life. One tiny mistake and Skillen could squeeze right through. Pascal's not making any of those mistakes.
Yep, indeed.
All aboard the Pascal train? Or now, what do you think?
Yeah. You'll be all aboard the Pascal train sooner.
Well, the Portuguese people have a greater history and tradition of being fantastic sailors, but I don't think they'd also have a tradition of being great train operators. But anyway, the Pascal train is here, and Mexican tries to break out of it. Let's see if he can pass Tomasz Pascal towards.
He's not really close enough.
No. Still, he's keeping tight. Might have a chance in towards turn 5.
Watso's now right behind him. Valdinger's also right behind Watso as well.
I think Aaron Curtis has pulled away quite some margin from these guys where they were squabbling. Yeah. Now Pascal is definitely feeling the pressure. Skillen was sent on the inside of 5, sure. And finally he's got past.
Yep, good job from Skillen. Now he can chase down Aaron Curtis for 4th place.
Yeah, but I think Henry Watson might have another idea. Let's see how long it'll take for him to pass Pascal. And then pressure Skillen, because look at this, Pascal is actually keeping close to Max Skillen in the corners.
Yeah.
If he doesn't drop off too much, he might be able to counterattack onto the front straight. But look at this, Watson just seems to have so much more confidence in the car, so much more grip than Pascal for the medium speed corners.
Yep.
And Watson is actually fueled pretty heavily. Or they say so myself. 16 laps left in his wagon. So Henry Watson could be in a very good position in this race. He's already got strong pace. And let's see if he can make that, if he can put that strong pace to good use by overtaking Tomasz Pascal. Side by side they go. He's gonna need to be just a little bit in front, get his nose in front, get him into 1. Which he hasn't done. Pascal's able to bounce back. No! Watsel's managed to keep the grip, and he's got in front.
Lock up from Pascal as well.
Yeah, for the first time in a situation like this, we've actually seen the inside car make the move. Usually the car on the outside bounce back, but Pascal had a little bit of a hesitation here, and just let him back through, and then, in the dirty air.
Did Valdinger lock up? I don't think he did.
Valdinger is trying to squeeze through. Can he make it on the outside? No. That could cost him. Galloway will attempt to squeeze through, and watch for Thomas Bennett as well. This fight will get very interesting. The Pascal train is running truly alive.
Bennett on the inside.
They've crashed! Big one! Bennett is out! Valdinger is also out. Galloway! He's being impeded. He's crashing into Valdinger. He's still in the race, but he's taking damage during our first big crash of the day here at Torrevip. Big crash hurt than lap 1, of course. Oh my goodness me. Loads of debris on the track. And yellow flags are out. Oh my goodness. What was Thomas Bennett thinking there? Valdinger's race has come to a very unfortunate. And my goodness me.
This isn't out. He only lost a piece of his wing.
Yeah. What'd you think of that crash, Rahul?
Yeah.
Wait, Bennett is still in the race.
Yeah, he's still in the race.
I thought he lost the wheel.
He didn't lose the wheel.
Valdinger's the only retirement then.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, Bennett came in like a torpedo.
Yeah, he was trying to make the move on Galloway. He braked so late that he just went into the back of Valdinger. There's nothing he could have done.
You need to be careful.
Yeah, he should have been careful.
Not to overshoot the brakes. And yeah, this was a driver error from Bennett. Braked far too late and attempted to get Galloway. Well, it got him, but he also wiped out Valdinger in the process.
And Galloway had nowhere to go here. I mean, Varniger can't do anything from that.
Here.
So,
yeah, you can't exactly steer out of the way when you've lost your rear left wheel.
Yeah.
Now, we got an overtake here. Oh, it's on the damaged car, Bennett.
Yeah.
Yellow flags are out, but that's only for the end of first sector at turn 5 third of the corner. Now, Warson is pressuring Adventure. These guys don't have any damage, it's a straight up fight. Or why is now P10 because of that crash?
Yeah.
Who's gonna go through? Kalevich also trying to get at Tomaselli. Let's see, can Warson make it towards turn 1? I don't think so. No, Adventure keeps him behind. But Kalevich has no idea, no plans of sticking behind. But I think Tomaselli might make him change his plans there. Great comeback on the exit of 1.
Yep, good defending from Tomaselli.
Yeah, now we're entering the yellow flag zone with these guys. So no passing here, folks. Will Kalevich listen to that? Looks like he will. So let us know in the chat, guys, what do you think of that crash? Give us your opinions. Though I don't think there'll be too many different opinions. I think it was... I know we don't do penalties for crashes, but if we did, this would definitely be a penalty in my opinion. But since we don't, we don't. Now look at this, but Galloway has rejoined right in front of Gabriel Quintino. As now the HP Tomaselli battle continues. I'll kind of take a look in the chat real quick. Out of gulp they go. Here goes Warson, lining up Adventure for a pass, pulling out the slip and going side by side. As Joe said in the chat, you need to be ahead with the overlap into turn 1 to complete the move, but we've seen that isn't always true, but this time it is. So yeah, Warson having to stay back. Adventure defending last point spot with his life pretty much right now. He's doing a good defensive job. Yellow flag still out there of it. So don't expect an overtake here. Valdiger's car is finally being wheeled off.
Yep.
And the yellow flags are gone.
Now I'm above
Now the Fasheray. He's battling Quintino. Look at this meanwhile. Up at the front, the gap between Corby and Patel has stayed at a consistent 1.7. So the Brit seems to have found a little bit of pace. Imagine is to keep up with the Brazilian. Now Fasheray goes down the inside. He had an overlap, I think. I'm not super sure, but Quintino managed to keep him back.
Yeah.
Burns has dropped back, meanwhile, from these two guys, Tomaselli and Kalevich, who are still squabbling, as Kalevich's teammate, Joel Warson, is trying his damn hardest to find a way through on Daniel Adventure. He might need to deploy a Bob Sample tank to get past, because Adventure's defenses seem to be rock solid at the moment. And if you don't know what the Bob Sample tank is, let me enlighten you. It's basically New Zealand's own tank during World War II. It's pretty much a meme, but at this point, yeah, Warson might be trying to use that to get past. But now Kalevich he doesn't need a tank to get through. Now he's got past Tomaselli, and this fight has finally concluded, and he'll be pretty happy about that. Did you like my little Bob Sample joke?
Yes.
Good. Now we're looking at Dudu Corby. His lead over Patel is still 1.7 seconds as he goes into Portimao. He's gone down by 3/100 a second there. Yeah. So these guys fighting from a distance. Aaron Curtis will be coming to a pit soon, and he's got quite a bit less fuel than Dudu Corby. He's not able to keep up with him on pace. Now then, what's gonna happen next here, I wonder? Corby's been managing this race well. He lost the lead out of turn 1, then regained it 1 corner later, and has been leading ever since. Griffiths hasn't had the pace to keep up with Patel so far, but that could of course change later on in this race, we'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
Appears to be pulling away quite comfortably from Aaron Curtis. He gained 2/10 there in the last sector. So Griffiths isn't gonna have to worry about the guys behind him just yet. Of course, that could change later on. At the moment, it's looking all right for him. All fine and dandy if I dare say so myself. Sorry, I'm pretty much tripping over my tongue. Corby and Patel keep the gap fairly consistent between the two of them. They're ping-ponging a tenth of a second between them. One moment it's 1.7, the gap, then the next moment it's 1.6. So these guys managing this very closely.
Yep.
What do you think of that, Rahul?
Yeah, it's between them. We don't know who could win this race, but yeah, it does look like Kirby could. But yeah, as Bennett says, the fastest
lap. He's trying to make amends after having caused that crash. And remember, you don't need to finish in the top 10 to get the fastest lap points. So they do matter even if you finish outside the top 10, unlike in the top class.
Yep. Just getting right at the back.
Now, look at this. Yeah, man in P5, the championship leader, has got onto the back of Aaron Curtis. And even though he's fuel light skilling, he's going to try to get past him soon. And don't forget, Henry Watzel, he's also not too far off. 3 seconds behind Skillen. But if these two guys squabble, well, Watzel could get a whole lot closer. Let's see, is Skillen going to launch an attack early on? No, not so far. The Scotsman's not going to try to pass the Irishman. Will their fighting help the Englishman close out or not? As take a look at this, we got a pit call for Aaron Curtis, so he's been fueled pretty damn light. He will come in. So even if Skillen doesn't pass him this lap, you won't have to worry about too much. Jack McCarthy also has a pit call, so it's both the Irishmen, with coincidentally similar strategies. Now then, Skillen getting a good exit out of Dode Vip, but having to slow down here a little bit on the run up to Samsung. Yeah, between the front two, once again a ping pong diplomacy. It's 1.7, now it's 1.9. He's finally stepped up a gear a little bit. Can Skillen get past him in towards Portimao? No, he's not close enough to get Curtis here. This has helped Watzel gain. Remember, he's much closer than he was before. The previous gap was 3 seconds, now it's clearly less. Skillen definitely losing time and grip behind Aaron Curtis. He might be able to get him with the overcut though. We expect Skillen to come in 2 laps time. As through Galp they go. No, sorry, this isn't Galp. Galp is the last corner. Sangos, I think this corner was named. If I didn't get a mistake. Anyway, Aaron Curtis dives into the pits, leaving Max Skillen free to chase after the podium places. Curtis comes in. He's the first scheduled stop of the day. He's gonna put enough laps of fuel to go to the end, and he's gonna get serviced. Get some fuel and a nice new set of tires. And here comes Aaron Curtis. Into the pits, he has gone ELO, and 25 laps of fuel is that, or 24? I can't 26. He'll take it again nicely. 9.5 though, that's a horrifyingly slow stop from the Prema man. McCarthy's stop ain't much better, it's an 8.7. So yeah, putting this much fuel in the car does come with some disadvantages. These guys will be vulnerable to the overcut. Not just from one car, but perhaps multiple. As look at this, we got a fight between the two Rapaxes. It appears Watson hasn't been able to get past that venture. The pole's pulled away from him and dropped him right into the clutches of teammate Marek Kukalevic.
Yeah.
This will get spicy. The two Rapaxes were inseparable in qualifying. It looks like they're inseparable out on track on the race. Gabriel Quintino is coming for his second stop and first scheduled one. Right at the outside of Portimao, he wasn't able to get him there, but he definitely had a little look. Now Quintino, 26 laps of fuel, 8.5 second stop for the Brazilian. The Rapax boys continue to fight. Skillen has a pit call, so I was right when I said we'll be seeing him come into the pits soon enough. Now then, Watterson, defending from his teammate Quintino, emerges from the pits right in front of Watson. He's held him up. Oh man. And Watson won't be too happy about that. It's helped Tomasz Pascal close right back up on him. And Watson has put the lap on Quintino. I think he will be cursing about some blue flags a la Sergio Perez and Nikita Mazepin at that corner. Pascal goes through. And even though Watson is faster than him, this will definitely not make him comfortable. Now, we're back to the Rapax fight. Kalevic, is he gonna dive it down the inside? Well, Warson thought about it and defended preemptively. Kalovic didn't even bother to attack at the end of it all. But what we can say for sure is he is close and he's gonna try to get him. Pit call for Skillen and for Dennis Graf. Now, Skillen, this will be a very good chance for him to get the overcut on Eric Curtis, to get a jump for him for Royal BP4 once everyone completes their stops. Let's see if he can do it. As here comes the Rapax battle in Portimao. Warson has the inside and keeps him behind quite easily. You need balls to make a move on the outside there. Meanwhile, Patel's disadvantage, I should say, to Corby has increased to 2.5 seconds. So Corby finding a little bit more pace. Now Gabriel Quintino is unlapping himself from Tomasz Pasco. What is this? As Max Skillen is coming into the pits. Will Quintino mess with Pasco? Well, yes, he will, but Pasco went a little wide there, but not too wide. 24 laps of fuel in Skillen's wagon and 7.8 second stop. But he didn't have to wait. Now, Kalovic, can he get past Warson? No, he's not trying. He'll come in this lap, the Boston, let's not forget. But I think Skillen has done enough to get the jump on Curtis. Let's see.
Yep, yes.
He's got him. By a big margin as well. There's Guff in the pits too. 11.2, that's a horrifically slow stop. What's happened to him?
Let's see what's happened to Dennis Graf.
Was there a problem?
Oop.
They had to replace the front, the rear left. And I think they had a little bit of an issue on the front right as well.
I think rear left was delayed, unfortunately, for Graf.
Yeah, rear left. You can see the mechanic kept working on the front right, but not as much as on the rear. Graf lucky to still be in this race, of course. You'd rather lose a few more seconds in the pits repairing that loose wheel than go out on track and then get the loose wheel and retire from it. I think any racing driver will tell you he wants that. Graf has emerged just in front of compatriot Nicholas Zorbach, who is yet to make his mandatory stop. Now, the Rapax battle will be paused at the end of this lap because Marko Kalovic will come into the pits. We got two other pit calls for Tomasz Pascual and Daniel Adventure in front of these guys. So here goes the home favorite. He's managed to pull a little bit of a gap to Quintino, who I must say might have been a little bit of a nuisance to him in the previous laps. Now Pascual dives into the pits as we're actually getting close to a halfway stage of this race. So quite interesting, eh, Rahul?
Yeah, indeed.
Of course, the second half will be when it all gets hot, when the different strategies will come into effect. Now, Pascual, is he having to wait here a little bit? No. Yes, he had to jam on the brakes there for just a little bit. 8.3 second stop, but it could have been delayed a little more. Let's see where he'll emerge. He's behind Skillen. He should be behind Curtis as well. And yeah, that's where he's gonna come out of the pits. Adventure's had a better stop. It'll be close between himself and Chuck McCarthy. Who's gonna come out in front? It's McCarthy. Not just him, but Thomas Bennett, who has to bid again, of course, has also got the jump on Adventure. You know, it's 2.6 between the leaders, so there's that. Zorbach is behind Graf. Now Patel pushing hard because he'll be coming in next lap. Griffiths will be coming in this lap, so let's see how well the Carlin crew can help the Welshman out. Here he comes diving into pit lane.
Patel did get pit call for next lap, so yeah.
Yeah, we'll be expecting the Brit to come in, and the Englishman will come in. Of course, the half Englishman, half Indian driver changes his flag depending on if the races are held in Europe and Asia, and I think that's pretty cool, won't you say, Rahul?
Yeah.
And of course, if he ever races in the fictional country of Sigullia, he'll use the Sigullian flag. Anyway, Warson will jump into fourth, but he's yet to pit, of course. Will Skillen get the jump on Griffiths? No, he won't. Likely. The Welshman stays in front of the Scotsman by a decent margin. He's got a buffer between him. An American buffer goes by Kyle Burns.
Yep.
So Griffiths ain't gonna have to worry much about Skillen chasing him from behind. Anyway, pit call is out there for Patel, and I think only for him. As we're looking at this fight between Anderson and Zorbach, can he get the overlap and then launch it past him towards Primeira? Side by side, he's got him, and Zorbach unable to bounce back on exit. Fashray in the pits once again. We'll be expecting Patel any second now. Yeah, Patel is coming in right about now. Fashray's stop is a 6.9 second stop. Nice. As we're on lap 20 now in this race. Watzel appears to be staying out a little longer, but here comes Rahul Patel, his compatriot. And let's see what the Unai Vitrosi crew can do. They won in Spain with Max Killen. Can they win Rahul Patel here in Portugal across the border? We'll see. How good is this stop? 7.9, not so great. But it could. But the fresh tires, let's see if he can do anything. Close the gap to Dodo Corby. He will emerge behind Warson, I think.
He'll have a good gap for Tomaselli, so I think he's clear for Tomaselli.
Now, Skillen will be overtaking Burns. He was a little bit of a buffer between himself and Jamie Griffiths. And the buffer is still there, holding up Skillen. Burns is yet to pit, of course, and not forget that. It's now Chuck McCarthy being attacked by Thomas Bennett. Can Bennett get through on him? Here goes the Welshman, passing the Irishman. And on exit, he's been able to come back. Gotta have balls off steel to use that grip on exit to bounce back. As if the other guy door, well, you're gonna be at the gravel trap. Now let's see, can Bennett get past him? He's fueled much lighter, of course, because he will have to pit again after that damage he sustained earlier. But at the moment, what matters is that he got him.
Yeah.
Now then, how much time is Skillen losing behind Burns, I wonder? Could harm him if he wants to catch Jamie Griffiths up for the podium place. Griffiths is looking nice and dandy. He's catching up to Lorenzo Tomaselli. And Kyle Burns is maybe willingly, maybe unwillingly, helping Jamie Griffiths out by keeping his closest rival on track, Max Skillen, behind. Got Tomaselli in the pits, so the Italian will be boxing right about. Here goes the Campos driver. 20 laps of fuel, that will be enough to take him to the end of the race. And how quick is this stop? It's a 6.4, the quickest we've seen so far today. Good effort from the Campos man, and let's see if this stop is what they need for points. Maybe not now, but later in the race. He will emerge behind that Venture and behind Kalevich. But will he be in front of Graf? I believe he will, though this will be close. Just about. Burns is also pitted, so he's finally relieved Skillen of himself. So Skillen is now free to chase after Jamie Griffiths if he has the pace. Yeah, Warson will come in. So he'll concede his provisional podium place to a man who's been on the podium the entire race, Rahul Patel. Yeah, Joe Warson, he hasn't stood out so much, but it's been a solid drive for him. He's been battling a lot. And yeah, with this overcut, he might be able to jump a few cars. Maybe get himself in front of Adventure. What do you think?
Yeah.
If Rapax can deliver him a good stop, he might just about get up there.
Yeah, indeed.
And I need to tell you, one man who will definitely benefit from his late pit stop is going to be Henry Watzel. He still hasn't pitted, neither has Dodo Corby. I think Watzel could be a real threat in this race for the podium. As Warson has a 6.2 second stop, that's a bloody quick effort. Will that get him in front of, I'm not sure, but Bennett has to pit again so Warson doesn't have to worry about racing him. The man he is racing is right here, it's Chuck McCarthy, and he's in front. But he's jumped that Venture.
Yeah,
Holy cow.
That's important for him. For Waterson.
Yeah, Zorbach is in the pits. Meanwhile, Venture's stuck in a Rapax sandwich. But don't forget, just like Valtteri Bottas had this year, Warson has cold tires. Adventure could try to take advantage, but it looks like Kalevich will be going on the attack instead. Diving down and hitting his teammate! hitting his teammate out of the race. What were you thinking, Mariku? Oh my goodness, Dudu Corby has come into the pits. But the drama is right here. Rule 1 of racing, never take out your teammate. Mariku Kalevic has broken that sacred rule. Oh my goodness me. It's happened again. It's happened again at turn 5. And this time, it's the two Rapax boys. They're fighting explosively. 5.9 second stop for Corby. That'll get him in front of Patel comfortably. I think Watson's coming to the pits as well. We had the crash with Torevip. That was a pretty big one. But where will Watson emerge? Could he get the jump on skill end? No.
But he will be able to.
He could jump Curtis, yeah. Yeah, he's got him. Now, so I'll tell you what, he has free reign to chase after Max Skill and Jamie Griffiths and fight for. But we need to take a replay of this incident. Kalevic, what was he thinking? He outbraked himself there, just as his teammate came out of the pits with his fresh tires. And he threw away big points for Rapax here. I'm sorry, but it's 100% to Kalevic. I don't want to be harsh. But in this instance, he outbraked himself massively. And it is worse than nothing he could do. Kalevic went for a gap that wasn't there. And he took out his team. So yeah, must be pretty painful for both these guys. But the past is the past. They'll move on from that and they will learn. And they will improve in the future, I'm sure. But for now, it could have been a great day for Rapax, sorry, not Carlin. Turns into a pretty disastrous day in the office. Graf, meanwhile, was trying to pass Kalevic by having to slow down. And this could help Thomas Anderson get past him. He's coming in as well. Was that for a scheduled stop? I believe it was.
Well.
Oh man. Right. We'll check the gaps at the front real quick. Meanwhile, as Marko Kalevic is being serviced, new tires, some extra fuel, I think, and the new front wing.
Rotation right there.
Yeah, 11.4 second stop. Anderson has had a 5.7. That's the quickest stop we've seen today. So Anderson got the jump on Kalevic. Of course, Kalevic had to replace his front wing, so he'd have got the jump regardless. But that's a good
Yeah, it's a good stop.
Now, it's 1.8 between Corby and Patel, so it's actually still close. Griffith's then a little bit further back, then Skill, and then Watzel.
Yeah.
This will be interesting AF. And stick with us, guys, because it should be fun. Now then, Dennis Graf is fighting with Jay Galloway, his former teammate at MP Motorsport last season, let's not forget. Now they're not in the same team anymore, but their desire to beat each other remains the same. And who will prevail in this little fight? We'll see. As we look at Thomas Bennett, yet to make his second stop of the day, he will make it, of course. Second stop because his first stop was an impromptu one after that crash he caused. Now, Graf v Galloway, Galloway v Graf. Who will prevail in this little squabble between the ex-teammates? Galloway will have the inside, but Graf will have the racing line.
Galloway
and
goes ahead.
Goes to Galloway. Yeah, nice job. Now Kyle Burns will try to delve in on Dennis Graf and get past him. Not now, and to Torevip perhaps. We'll see.
It's not really close enough, I think.
No, but he could dive past him if he has the confidence, and he's not risking it. I think he's been informed on Team Radio what's happened here in the past, and he's being judicious about it. Burns has time to make the move, so he doesn't need to rush.
I think Kirby will lead the championship. So, yeah.
Well, it would be his second win of the season, so I would assume so. I think he is increasing his lead to Rahul Patel at the moment. So that's pretty good for him. In the race, I mean, not in the championship, because he is already in front of Patel there.
Yeah.
What's the gap like?
2.1, I think, or is it 2.3?
No, 2.3. Let's see if it increases at the first sector split. What it has by 3/10 of a second. And still Corby's race to lose at this point. Yeah, Corby is improving. It looks like now he has fresher tires and the same fuel as Patel. I think Corby will be very hard to beat. Now,
yeah, indeed.
At Kyle Burns, he'll be trying to pass Dennis Graf. He has the inside. Can he get past him into Primera? He has him initially, and he has him definitely. Graf lost actually a lot of time. Did he perhaps lock up or something? Because he's so far down. Patel 2.7 seconds. He was keeping up with him nicely in the first stint, but now he's a little bit struggling, I'd say. I think the team is telling him to focus on the gap behind, maintaining the 4-second gap to Griffiths, 4.7. Because Griffiths, and maybe Watzel soon enough, might be pressuring him towards the end.
We'll see the gap. Kirby
says the fastest lap, 26.0. He's definitely been told to push.
Seconds, I believe. So he was a second quicker than Patel.
Yeah, so Patel, I'm afraid he won't have too many chances to fight for the win like this. So he'll just have to consolidate his hold on second place. Yeah, 3 seconds. And Dodo Corby looks like a man on rails at the moment.
Well, just less than a second, so around 9/10.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now he's lost a little bit in Sector 1.
He gained a little
Patel's actually gained 100th on him, but yeah, just a little bit. Maybe Corby was told not to be too excited and to remember to bring the tires home, since this is a marathon, not a sprint. Spoken by Lewis Hamilton right before he went off at the start in Baku.
Griffiths, I think, is 5 seconds behind Patel, so...
I think the gap has actually increased a little bit. It was 4.7 earlier, and now it's up to 5. We're gonna have to keep an eye out on Skillen and Watzel, because these guys, especially Watzel, could be a threat to Griffiths, you know.
3.7 actually Griffiths and Skillen.
Skillen is gaining, and I think Watzel is gaining. I think Watzel might be matching Corby's pace, because I think the gap last time we checked between the P1 and P5 was around 15 something seconds. It's still there. So if anyone can match Dodo Corby on pace, it might be Henry Watzel. Watzel's got 11 laps with going chase after that podium, which is right now held by Jamie Griffiths. Now look at this. We got a fight for the outer edges of the points between Daniel Adventure and Lorenzo Tomaselli. Adventure has been defending well so far this race, and with the wipeout of the Rapexes, he only has to worry about Tomaselli at the moment. Now then, looking at Griffiths, takes turn 4 nicely there, takes a lot of curb on exit, but it doesn't unsettle the car. That's 3.5, so Corby is getting another half a second on Patel. Now Bennett comes in for his scheduled stop. He will come for fresh tires and fuel, and he might have a crack at the fastest lap if he can't score any points by finishing in the top 10. Let's see if he can go after that fastest lap. 6.6 second stop for Thomas Bennett. Right now, it'll be a clean sweep for Dodo Corby. Pole, fastest lap, led every lap, and is set to take the race win as it stands. So will Dodo Corby take the Grand Slam? We'll have to wait and see. But I think maybe nobody can take the race win away from him, but someone could definitely take the fastest lap. So yeah. Can he bring it home and deliver a Grand Slam or not? What you think? As now look at this. Aaron Curtis has been caught by Tomasz Pascual. Pascual led the gain early on in the race, but now in the second part, he's gone on the attack. And let's see if he can go after Aaron Curtis, as we're now on lap 28 of this race.
Yep, gap between
Watson's about 3 seconds down on Skillen, and Skillen is about 3 seconds down on... It's going down, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, it is going down. Yeah.
It's about 3.4 right now, but let's see how it will change once we cross the first sector split. Griffiths was in the red, so his last lap wasn't a personal best. I think he's been told to just drive consistently, manage the car, just bring it home, and he can worry about defending later. Dodo Corby, I don't think he has to manage that much. He's looking comfortable at the moment.
Yep. We'll have 10 laps to go.
Keep the stable. He has this race in the bag. And the gap is not only stable, it's actually growing. Meanwhile, 3.3 between Griffith and Skillen, but we're gonna get an update very shortly. I think it's about the same-ish.
Yeah.
3.2.
3.2.
So Max Skillen is definitely gaining, but the bigger question is he gonna have enough time? Pascual twitching there a little bit into Portimao. Now he'll be approaching the hairpin before Sangres. and then he'll be approaching the right of Sangres. Griffiths looking good at the moment for a third place finish, but there's still time to change because he's got an angry Scotsman and a hungry Scotsman and a hungry Englishman behind him and gaining on him. Why did I misinterpret angry and hungry? Meanwhile, look at this. Watson is just 2.7 behind Max Skillen, so he's catching him quicker than Skillen is catching Griffiths. What'd you think of that?
Yeah, indeed.
Maybe, just maybe, that could be the saving grace Jamie Griffiths needs. Because if Watson has trouble overtaking Skillen, and if those two guys get involved in a needless, it might just be Griffiths' trail-free card, which will keep him on the podium.
Yeah, indeed.
Corby continues to increase his lead over Patel, but he won't have a Grand Slam as it stands because Thomas Bennett has just stolen the fastest lap from him.
Yeah.
So Kirby's hopes of Grand Slam are gone, unless he improves on his personal best in the remaining laps, though I doubt it. Ooh, a lock up there for Burns as he's chasing Dennis Graff. No, he's chasing Jake Galloway. Sorry, he already overtook Graff. I was looking on the panel in the right, not the actual.
Is chasing Graff.
Yeah, it's my bad. He's chasing down his teammate Dennis Graff, so yeah. My mistake earlier. Forgive me, Rahul. And forgive me, Flo. Please don't send me to Gulag, Papa. Anyway, Griffiths has now an under 3-second lead. Skillen is just 2.9 behind. As we got Trident fight. The Tridents were very close to qualifying, just like the Rapexes. But I hope, unlike the Rapexes, they can keep it together without contact. Let's see. Bennett is close to the back of Graff. 2.8 between Griffiths and Skillen. The tire wear is a thing, and it seems to be impacting Griffiths a little bit more. Man, it's chasing him hard. And he is projected to catch him before the end of the race. But catch is one thing, passing is another. For Craig Jones. And now, for the double right of Portimao. He has.
Yep.
2.7, Skillen has gained another 10th. He's gaining, steadily gaining. But how about Watzel? How is he gaining on Skillen? You can see on the mini-map, but you can't tell what the gap is exactly, but you can see it with your own eyes now.
2.4, yep.
So as we said, he's gaining on Skillen quicker than he's gaining on Griffiths. You can see, if you're on the right angle, you can see all three of them in the same shot. Patel's pulling away nicely. He knows P2 is secure. He can't fight for the win, but he can't have his P2 threatened. So I think he'll just coast it home and bring. I think he'll be pretty happy with his effort nonetheless, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Indeed. Kirby's actually caught up to traffic.
Yeah, I believe it's his fellow compatriot Gabriel Quintino, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is.
If it is.
And Kirby. Brazilian.
Will this be a nice gentlemanly agreement between the two Brazilians, or will Quintino try to keep him behind?
We will see.
2.2 Watzel the gap to Skillen, 2.5 the gap Skillen to Griffiths. Kirby's actually being impeded, but I don't think it will help the game too much.
So yeah.
Yeah. He's losing downforce, and this will harm a little bit into Sangres and Galp. But he'll gain slipstream on the front straight and should be able to pass him. I don't think Quintino will put up too much of a fight. I think he's been warned that blue flags are coming for him. Now, we're being the slipstream. This will be the only overtake he's had to do all race ever since he took the lead on lap 1. At the moment, Quintino keeps him back.
Yeah.
No, 6 laps to go for the race leader. And we will have a fight for the podium in those last 6 laps, I believe. 1.9 between Skillen and Watzel. And Watzel is bringing the fight to him.
Yeah, indeed.
Corby, can you put the lap on Quintino? How much will the BTCC champion fight to keep him behind? Patel's gained the 10th there. So Corby's gonna have to make the move sooner or later. He can't get complacent and just sit behind him for the rest of the race because that'll just help Patel catch him. Kirby knows he has the better pace, and now he's gone past him into Craig Jones. Now Dodo Kirby is free to go on the rest of his race, undisturbed.
Yeah.
Now, look at this. We got a fight between Pascal, the home favorite, and Aaron Curtis. Pascal's race hasn't been the greatest. Started P4 and dropped some places, but he could regain one in these last few laps. 2.4 between Griffiths and Skillen. 1.7 between Skillen and Watson.
It's going to be a close fight. It will probably be down to the final 3 laps of the race.
I think Skillen might be struggling with tire grip right about now. 5 laps to go, because Skillen isn't catching Griffiths as handily as he was before. Might have to worry about Henry Watzel. And if Watzel still has enough grip in those rubbers, might be able to get both of them. As Watzel, not Watzel, sorry, Curtis, because I was thinking of Watzel. Curtis had a pretty big lock up there into the hairpin. Now out of Sangres and in towards Galp, Tomasz Pascal will have an ample opportunity on exit. He's pulling back a little bit for the fast right-hander. Doesn't want to lose too much downforce in dirty air. Now he's coming out of the slipstream and gone on the attack. Can he get the overlap and get him in towards Primera? Can he make the Portuguese crowd roar? Why, yes he can. Nice and easy. Bloody good, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah, let's see this again. Curtis didn't have much he could do. Once Pascal had the inside of him, that was it. And Curtis is going to have to sell for P7 in this race. And look at this. Bennett on a charge. He's very eager to get back in the points after that crash he caused earlier in the race with Ben Waldinger. Now, he's passing Kyle Burns. Can he complete the move on him?
He should.
Into one.
He does.
Very easily. Burns didn't even try to find it back.
He does have the fastest lap.
Well, he's very close to back of Galloway, but how far is Galloway behind P10 of Tomaselli, who is actually still fighting Adventure? 0.9. Oh, that actually appears to be quite a gap looking at the minimap.
Yeah.
So don't mind me. Just being an idiot and everything.
4 laps to go.
Looking at him. 4 laps to go. He's got a 2.1 gap over Skillen. But Skillen might have to start looking in his mirrors soon enough. Griffiths just has to keep managing it until the end. 2 seconds is the gap. As Tomaselli is gaining on the prowl of Adventure. And both of them are gaining on... Is that Chuck McCarthy, I think? That looks like Chuck McCarthy in the Charros.
Yep. It is.
1.1 between Skillen and Watson, meanwhile. So the Englishman, very hungry to get past the Scotsman. And I'm sure he's going to have a go at him before the end of the race. Will's going to be able to keep him back. And will he be able to catch up to Griffiths in time? Stick with us, because the last few laps we'll find out. Now Bennett, he's taking 12th place. Can he take 11th? Can Galloway offer any sort of defense onto the front straight? He's moving a little bit, but I think he knows he can't do much to keep him behind. And will go through now? No, he won't. Not now. So Galloway keeps him behind just a little bit longer.
Burns is now right behind him. Wow.
Yeah, but he can't pass into Lagos. 1.6 between Griffiths and Skillen. He's finally cranked up the pace and is gaining on Jamie Griffiths. Or has Griffiths perhaps made some sort of mistake? 3 laps to Kirby. And now Jamie Griffiths has started to lose pace.
Don't think there was a mistake, but yeah.
So then that would mean Max Skillen is getting on him. Yeah, tires have finally caught up to Jamie Griffiths. And now he's going to have to defend like hell for that P3 spot. Because he's got not 1, but 2 compatriots coming after him.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of Welsh people, look at Bennett. Couldn't make it work on the outside of Portimao, but he's very close to the back of Galloway. Burns trying to get in there as well. Get back past Bennett, but that'll be a little trickier than he wants. Galloway with an early exit from the corner. Man is very close. He might be trying into Gulp. No, had to back up there a little bit. This could help Burns, but Ben will take advantage from the slipstream. and he should be able to get Galloway this time. Look at the speed differential. Surely Bennett will have him this time around.
And he's through. Yes. He's up to 11th.
Yeah, let's see if Kyle Burns can bounce. As Rahul Patel, we're looking at him, sitting comfy in second. But Jamie Griffiths and Max Skillen may not be so comfy because they're embroiled in a fight with Henry Watson. Now Burns, can he send it past Galloway?
He's
Breaking very late, he's got him. Galloway even locked up himself. 2 laps remaining in this race meanwhile. Kyle Burns is up into 12th place. Into Torevip, he got him. Now Adventure, fighting Tomaselli while trying his darn hardest to get closer to John McCarthy and pass him. But I think he's having his skills full with defending at a minute. Now Galloway trying to get back past Burns around the outside of Portimao. This will be insane if he makes it work, but he can't make it work. Meanwhile, Griffiths regained on skill and gap is 1.5.
Yeah.
I think. Now Tomaselli very close to Adventure. This could be his shot, and if he gets him now, maybe he might have the grip in his tires left to chase after and get Trey McCarthy as well before the end of this race. We'll see. This could be Tomaselli's big shot. Let's see if we can have him into turn 1. He's not fully outside him yet. I mean, not fully ahead, but now he is fully ahead. And yeah, so Tomaselli is up into P9. Can he still make it P8 before race end? Or does McCarthy have enough grip in those to him back? What do you think, Rahul?
There is a chance for Tomaselli. But we'll see the gap.
1.2 between Griffiths and Skillen. Half a second between Skillen and Watzel. Yeah, watch out, boys and girls, because Watzel is coming. Yep. Last lap of the race for Dudu Kurbi. And it will be the last lap very soon for these guys as well who are fighting. Watzel is finally getting his first proper sniff at P4 in this race. In front of him stands Max Skillen. How much resistance can the championship leader put? He's definitely feeling the pressure weaved around there to defend and deny him the toe. But this is helping him get closer because he had a very bad line for turn 1 there into Primera. And now Watts is right on the trail of him. He will have a big chance into Torevip. We can tell you that much for sure. Skillen is definitely feeling the pressure and Watzel will go for it. I can tell you this much. Diving down the inside, Henry Watzel is taken for 4th place. Good move there, and he's exactly what he needed, but he doesn't have enough time to get Griffiths. Meanwhile, someone who doesn't have enough time either is Dudu Kurbi because he's almost at the end of this race. He's absolutely dominated, led every single lap. To pole, every single lap, and the win. Unfortunately, not Grand Slam because Bennett decided to be cheeky and take the fastest lap away from him. But I don't think Dudu Kurbi will care about it that much. He's done a perfect weekend, absolutely dominated this race, and will be the first double winner so far this. So rise and shine, ladies and gentlemen, because Dudu Kurbi of Brazil is going to come through to win the Portuguese Grand Prix. And what a drive it is. A new championship leader, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dudu Kurbi in the Ardennes. What a driver. Rahul Patel comes through. Takes another podium. Great job. Second podium of his career. Quintino, unlucky for him, 19th. Jamie Griffiths holds on to take third in front of Henry Watzel. He beat Skillen on the last lap. So the Scotsman has to settle for 5th. Tomasz Pascual, not the greatest race, but I think he'll be content with P6 at home. What would you say? What would you say?
Yeah, it's good points for him.
Indeed, indeed. Now, Tomasz Pascual is coming through to finish this race. And P6 for him at home. Aaron Curtis will finish 7th. Not the greatest day, but he still picked up some good points. John McCarthy will hold off Lorenzo Tomaselli. This will be a fight to the line. Who's going to get 8th? McCarthy or Tomaselli? Looks like it's McCarthy. It is McCarthy by the narrowest of margins. Tomaselli almost had him. It has to settle for 9. Adventure 10th. Bennett 11th, but he'll pick up 2 points for fastest lap. Kyle Burns P12 after starting at the back. So good recovery from him.
Yeah. Graph 14th.
Zorbach 15th. Unlucky for him. Anderson 16th. Isaac Fastry will be 17th.
And Kalavich 18th. And that is
the moment. Once again, Dudu Kurbi and the Lusitanian world the Lusitanian-speaking world, the Portuguese-speaking world will be delighted because one of their own, though he's not from Portugal, has won this race. Yellows at turn 1. Who's the culprit? Who's the culprit? How are we going to find out? We are going to find out. It's Burns again. He was involved in it in Baku last season, remember? And he's involved again. The crash after the flag with Galloway.
Yep.
Holy moly. Galloway was still going at racing speed, and he just took him out. Mamma mia, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Someone should have told Jake Galloway the race was over, because that's entirely on him. And Burns, yet again, wiped out on the cooldown lap. So that's a little bit bizarre, I'd say.
Yeah.
But anyway, one Arden gets wrecked after the checkered flag. The other Arden might be drinking a lot to celebrate this victory. And yeah, Galloway is also being pulled over by the marshals. And that was a weird ending to this race. But nonetheless, it's an ending with a very well-deserved winner.
The game decided to crash right now.
Stupid game. The game has crashed on us. Oh my goodness, Galloway, he broke the game.
Good job, Jake.
Oh my goodness. Oh. So then, guys, let us know, what did you think of this race? Guys?
I'm just trying to get the autosave because we can read the fastest lap and so on.
Yeah. We know it's gone to Bennett, though.
Yeah, I know, but we want to see the other.
Yeah. The other.
Yeah, indeed. Very well said. And I have to say, that little squabble at the end between, that little tussle between McCarthy and Tomaselli was entertaining to watch. He almost had him. But the line came just in time. If it came a few hundred meters later, Tomaselli would be the one celebrating.
Oh, Discord screen is frozen.
Yeah, mine too.
Now it's back.
Lol. It is back. Oh man. This wasn't the best race ever, but it was still pretty damn entertaining, I'd say. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Yes. Indeed.
So here we go. It's Dodo Corby who wins by 8.3 seconds from Rahul Patel. A third 8.4 seconds back is Jamie Griffiths. His first podium since coming back to GP2, and I think he'll be very happy about that one. Henry Watzel is P4. He beats Max Skillen on the last lap. Good recovery drive from Watzel. He made his strategy work. Skillen P5. He's lost the championship lead, but I'm sure he'll be willing to bounce back next time out, which will be in Austria. Let's not forget. Tomasz Pascual, not the best showing in front of his home crowd, but he's got some good points for them with P6. And Kurtz is P7 in front of John McCarthy, beating Tomaselli to the line by half a tenth. If there were 50 more meters, Tomaselli could have got him. Daniel Adventure is P10 to take 1 point, and Thomas Werner P11 to take 2 points thanks to his fastest lap. And the second half goes to you, Rahul.
Yep, Kyle Burns in 12th, Jake Galloway in 13th, Dennis Graff in 14th, Nicholas Orbag in 15th, Thomas Anderson 16th, Isaac Fisher in 17th, Mirko Kalovic in 18th. Those are the those are the drivers who finished on the lead lap, and Gabriel Quintino was the only driver a lap down in 19th.
Yeah, indeed. And our three retirements.
Yeah, they are Joe Watterson, Ben Valdinger, and Ruslan Protyuk.
Obviously, about Protyuk, we can't say much because his retirement was completely out of his control. And Bennett stole the Grand Slam from Corby by two-thirds of a tenth of a second. Holy hell!
Yeah.
But I want to ask you guys. Of course, the two big crashes, apart from the one on lap 1, the crash between Bennett and Valdinger, and the crash between the two Rapexes, because those caused 12-hour free retirements. So what did you think of those crashes, guys? Also Flo as well.
Well, the corner was a little bit of a problem in test races as well, when we had like a car in front of the two overtaking cars, which were side by side. Most of the time, the inside car would just completely brake too late and just drive into the car in front. And this happened twice here today, so it's a little bit sad for me, but well, I can't do anything about it. Just have to hope that there's no crash maybe next year or whenever we will use this track again.
Yeah, indeed. Yes. But anyway, until we use this track again, how about we play the Brazilian national anthem? You thought we forget about it? Hell no! It's time to celebrate the win. And what better way to celebrate victory in Portugal than with a Portuguese-speaking national anthem? With a national anthem in Portuguese, I mean. Here we go. Hit it. The Brazilian national anthem in honor of Dodo Corby, our race winner. All right, thank you guys. What did you think of this race? I know it wasn't the best, but it still gave us some pretty entertaining action, eh? Including a fight on the last lap.
Yeah, pretty entertaining though.
We waited the whole month to get back to GP2, but we're not going to wait that long for the next race, because we'll see you in a week's time at the Zorbach Ring in Austria, where Nicholas Red Bull will be hoping to get another victory there. Let's see if he'll make it happen and revitalize this season. Who knows? But yeah, until then, I have been Robert Ionescu.
And I have been Rahul Patel.
And this has been the GP2 race, GP2 from here in Portimao. Until next time, I hope you're staying safe, staying healthy.
But Rob,
and that you have a good evening.
Who is the driver of the day for today?
Yeah,
of course. We totally forgot. Oh, come on. You know it's Dodo Corby. We don't even need to have a vote.
Well, true.
Yeah.
it is kind of a stupid question, but yeah, I think Dodo deserved it. So
I think you had to ask the question this time around.
I mean, McCarthy also overtook some people and delivered a good race with, I think, gaining 7 places it was. So he would be my second driver of the day, but for sure
I would say
Corby is the actual one because of his good management and staying in front all the time. So he deserves it.
I would say I would probably give it to Thomas Bennett for his great recovery if he wasn't the one who caused that crash in the first place.
Yeah.
Because he recovered from his own error there. So yeah. But yeah, until next time, we will see you guys for the next race at the Red Bull Ring. And yeah, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay safe, stay awesome, and we'll see you again for the next one. Take care, and obrigado for watching.
Goodbye.